So first, let's talk about this lipstick you don't like.
I don't like your lipstick.
So I was crossing the street the other day in Bowie, yesterday, with this lipstick on. And a 7-year-old girl took her little finger while she was talking to her father. And she turned around, yanked herself around, white little baby, 7 years old, did her finger. She was like, I love your lipstick color. And then I left there and I walked into, I went to another mall in Annapolis and I walked into Journeys and I brought a pair of shoes. And a gentleman at the counter goes ham about the lipstick. I show him where I got it. I said, you know, I'm really upset because they don't make it anymore. It's Maybelline. I can't find it. Amazon or Target where I used to get it. He gives me a whole dissertation about the MAC store. He said, go down on the left to the MAC store. And they have a blah, blah, matte number so-and-so for such and such and such and such. And it's almost exactly what you have. You're going to love it. And they have some other colors in there. And I'm like, and why do you know this much about
Why did he know?
Because he used to work there.
Oh, I'm like...
Talking about manifesting. I was like, why do you know so much about this lipstick? Then I went down there and went shopping, and sure enough, they had it.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes, darling.
Last time we seen you for real, well, I don't know what we seen since the last time we seen you, because I ain't got your footage yet.
Okay.
The last time we seen you, we were going to court.
Oh, the last time you see me live, the last thing I recorded was on that stoop crying.
Oh, wow.
That's in the folder.
What's happened right here? We all on the tangent. Show them your little ghetto.
Oh no!
Thing.
Wait, hold on.
Your ghetto scar.
I'm cocoa buttering it. Oh, it's coming back.
Look, I'm putting on my lips.
Oh, this was from moving or doing something. This was in this process. This house did this to me.
All right. So the last time we seen you, we was going. Well, one of the last times we was going to court. And how do you feel about the people in the comments who were like, "That lipstick is not professional"?
I didn't even see y'all. Did I have on blue at court?
You know you did.
I don't remember. It's in my array of colors. Like I have a dark burgundy color. I have blue. I used to have a bluish greenish color. I can't find that.
It might have been blue or purple. It was one of them crazy colors. So yeah, and they was like, that is not professional, blah 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 blah. And the funny part about it is in that video we was talking about all the people who weren't professional. And I never considered your lipstick color. I was like, oh, they right.
Forget y'all. Let me tell you a secret. Life is about energy and personality, okay? You can do whatever you want. I remember going on an interview.
But can you know? But go ahead.
I remember going on an interview. And I think I was interviewing for SAIC. And my mother was passing away. It was my birthday. So it was April 1st, 2004. And we'd gone to the hospital. And my mother got diagnosed with hospice. And I didn't realize all that was going to happen. I didn't know what that was, girl. I thought that was nurse healthcare. I was like, oh, great, we got help. You know, they were like, oh, she's going to die soon. So anyway, I'm silly. So then I didn't have time to go. Long story, I didn't have time to go home and change for my interview. Because we weren't expecting this. We thought it was a normal visit. We're going to go. So I go in like this black turtleneck sweater and a pair of white baggy jeans. You know, clean and nice looking, but not suited and booted, you know, like I'm used to going. And so I go there and the lady was like, and I apologized, and she just was like, what you're wearing is so irrelevant to your personality, how you presented yourself, what you da-da-da-da-da. And another instance, same thing, when I was trying to get promoted at SAIC.
Wait, did you get the job?
I did. I got hired that day.
Wow.
My mother passed 3 days later and I had a new job. Yeah.
And then you went to Disney World.
And then I went to Disney World.
That's a whole nother story. Her mom died and she went to Disney World.
Yeah, y'all better get it.
And guess what? I knew Corinne back then because I had took...
That had happened. That thing we keep telling y'all, we're going to tell y'all.
Because then she was calling my man to tell him her mom died. And I'm like, and what does this have to do with us? And he was like, well, her mom died. Should I go to the funeral? No.
No, that happened? I didn't know that.
Girl, that happened. Yes.
Courtney was so sweet.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't even seen him.
We don't do that.
I was so oblivious. I don't even know who was there. If you won't record it or you didn't tell me, I don't even know who's there. So anyway, so that happened when I first got the job at SAIC. And then I'm there for a year and a half and I want to excel. And a black supervisor, like division leader, tells me, don't lock your hair before you get this next position. Because you know, we are who we are, and they're going to judge you.
Don't lock your hair like this. Yeah.
And they're going to judge you, and they're going to da-da-da-da, and you're not going to be able to get hired. And I know it's not right, but I'm just telling you how corporate works. And she was really high up at SAIC. And I just, my insides just felt like, oh, and I was like, I don't think I want to be anywhere like that if that's what it means. Like, can I have what I want and be who I am? And so I've never carried it like that. And I've never had problems with my lipstick or my hair or having it shaved or being, I mean, I've never walked up with like blue hair. You know, I used to be in the military.
But that's interesting because I say, when you say how you look is irrelevant to the process, and I just say, there's so much nuance with that, because there are a lot of people who really do believe that, and they really do show up at interviews totally inappropriate.
Right.
Because nobody's ever told them, and they don't know. Yeah. You know? So, like, for instance, some people, I was watching a YouTube video, and a girl had an interview, and she was showing her interview outfit, and part of her shoes were the clear stripper heel shoes. Because, you know, they're kind of in style. Like, the clear shoes, but they're heels, but really they're stripper, like, not, but she never considered that. Ooh, maybe that's not appropriate for an interview. Like people in the comments were saying it. You know what I mean?
I think that's a stretch. I think that's a stretch.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's like a fine line between.
Oh, you know what it is? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think I
think you can't do too many things at one time. Like when we went to court, I suited and booted from the neck down. Pop shoes, simple, coordinated. You know what I'm saying? Articulate, clean. You know, but I'm not in there with like pow over here, this over here, eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't do too many things at one time. That's my style thing anyway. Everything requires a pop. Even when we go in this house, there's a lot of pop, but you can't do too many things at one time.
Almost like when they say like mixing highs and lows.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a delicate balance, even with jewelry. You know how some people say like put on all your things and then take off a piece so that you're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. And maybe there's a fine art to that, because on interviews, we're always taught to be conservative.
Yeah.
Little dangly earrings, you know, the little small earrings, So it's almost like if you're going to have a pop somewhere, but try to downplay other areas. I don't know. I think there might be a fine art
if you have if you have on, say you have on a simple all black suit, and you're going on an interview, you can afford to put on a little bit more ornate earrings. But ornate earrings and pop, and all of that. Like my girls, I have all girls, and the older ones, I raised them like, hey, you can't do super tight on top and super tight on bottom. Like you'll see them in a fitted shirt because they have cute little figures, and more kind of like baggier jeans and stuff, unless they're going clubbing, because that's different. Or the opposite, where the shirt's baggy and the jeans might be tight. They might do something different now, but they were raised to kind of don't do too much all at one time, and you can get away with more. So that's, I think that's the
but I think that is a great message, what you were saying with your interview experience, and with the fact that you did have somebody who tried to tell you that in corporate or whatever, don't lock your hair, you know. And
she told me to get the job first and then lock my hair, specifically because I was starting locks, not like don't have locked hair. She was talking about starting locks. I'll give you one more story.
But you know, there's people who believe that though, where they, especially a little bit further back in the day.
Oh, and so this conversation is 2004, 5-ish, maybe 2006. So this is not now. This is some good 16 years ago, before everybody was doing the darn thing.
Yeah. But remember what they did in the military. Remember in the military, braids couldn't be 1/4 of an inch in diameter. Remember?
A lot of
locks and stuff. Yeah. And it was
which is crazy, because the regulation says that it has to be in a color that's natural to where the colors hair grow, like not like blue and orange and stuff. And it has to be the way basically how your hair comes out of your head. That the rules don't apply to black folks, because the things they wanted us to do to our hair,
you had to process.
If I don't do nothing to my hair, this is how it comes out my hair. Yeah, so, and that's unacceptable. And you're unkempt and out of whatever the regulation.
Yeah, and the fact that you had to have your hair above your collar, and sometimes for us to be able to achieve that look, you had to relax your hair so you can get up in a ponytail or whatever, because it was hard to get.
I stayed permed,
and you had to be able to have your headgear on.
Yeah, so I stayed permed. Yeah, you couldn't have your headgear on and the afro sticking out around it. But I stayed perm, and this part of these two sides of my hair were always broken off. Like, my hair was down to here, but this stuff was always, because it was always pulled. There was nothing I could do but gel it, jam. I used to jam my hair, jam it down, pull it, ponytail, hat. And that wasn't healthy for my hair.
Yeah, so what was you saying with your other story?
Oh, so I went to a veterans women's entrepreneur conference in New York. and just talking about owning your stuff outside of worrying about clothes. And because I don't do whatever I do for nobody. This is just who I am. And I had gotten to New York, and it was like a conference for entrepreneurs, and I got a scholarship and they were paying for it. And I was feeling kind of funky. And I had these glasses on, and I was about to walk out the door, and I was like, you gotta show up, like, get it together. You can't take this attitude downstairs from the hotel to the conference. And I was like, what can I do? And I keep an array of glasses normally. I'm gonna put on my red glasses. So I grabbed my red glasses, just one little article of something like this lipstick, and I grabbed my red glasses, and I went downstairs, and I felt better, and I felt a little something with myself. It's just me in the elevator. I get downstairs, I sit down, and I gravitate to where I think whatever I'm gravitating to, and I get called up on stage by the speaker, and she does her demonstration using me. And she said the reason why, because she thinks I'm smart because I have on red glasses, and so does she. She was some author, somebody, yeah, she's some author, somebody, fancy lady from New York, yada, 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 and we're in New York at the time, and she's like, well, clearly you're intelligent or you're special because you wear red glasses and I have on red glasses and da 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 da.
Wow.
And I'll send you the picture. I think I still have it. And it changed everything. It changed how I felt. It changed the attraction level that I had. And because I was up on that stage, all the women there knew me. So now in terms of networking, each place that I went, each lunch, each break, hey girl, hey. And you might not have gotten all that if you just were like, you did it organically, but because I was up front, now all of a sudden everybody's like, hey, cards, you know, it was everything. So it just changed the momentum. So come get you some blue lipstick or something and have fun. Get out of here.
Dang. Now I want some blue lipstick.
And I get so many compliments on this lipstick, whether I'm just like, you know, casual or dressed up or whatever. It's not why I do it. It's not why I do it.
So guys, I hope y'all learned a valuable lesson for that. The bottom line is, come as you are, do what you do, and in all that you do, feel good. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and talk to us in the comments below.
Yes.
Until the next video. Peace.